Fala galera, tudo bem com vocês? Recentemente rolou a coletiva de imprensa dos times que irão disputar o grupo ômega do Lock-in, e separamos alguns trechos aqui. O coach da Sentinels e o Dave, que é IGL da Sentinels, estavam por lá, e o MWZERA representou a Fúria. Porém, infelizmente o MW não recebeu muitas perguntas, mas se liga aí no que foi falado.
Halfway through this bracket stage, 3 NA teams are already out. Did you expect more out of those teams? Do you think it puts more pressure on Sentinels and 100 Thieves to go far in this tournament?
I think it's an unfair question given the ridiculous format that we're kind of competing in here. I mean, half of the teams are going home before you even play a match. So, yeah, I mean, there's going to be NA teams that went home unless they went all the way in their side of the bracket. As far as if it applies extra pressure to us, no, I don't think any of us are feeling the pressure here. I agree with what he said. You know, we're just focused on qualifying to Tokyo and winning champions. So this is just one step along that process. We're trying to get as many experiences scrimming and competing against international teams while we're here to prepare for the league when we get home.
We already saw the new Sentinels roster perform for the first time at the Ludwig x Tarek Invitational. How much has the roster improved since then?
Well, at the Ludwig Tarek Invitational, we had about 4 to 5 days of practice. So obviously we're a completely different team right now. We've had a full month to get everybody situated in LA and really flesh out our protocols, communication, punch through the language barrier with our Brazilian players. And start developing our strategic depth, which I think we've done a great job of so far. And I'm excited to show what we have been working on in these upcoming matches.
In previous events, while with XSET, you somewhat took on a bit of an antagonist role with the crowd at times. But now with Sasi and Pancada on the team here in Sao Paulo, there's a strong chance the crowd's going to be behind you in your upcoming match against Fnatic. What impact do you foresee the crowd having in your upcoming match?
We're excited for the crowd. You know, we know we're not a home team, but we do have, you know, players who live here. Sassy literally lives in Sao Paulo. So we're really excited for the crowd support. That doesn't mean I'm not going to be an antagonist. It just means I'm not going to be doing it towards the crowd. Hopefully the crowd will be on our side and will help us in antagonizing the enemies.
I'm curious what you think of the current meta after watching the alpha bracket. We saw a lot of chambers, but more importantly, we saw Loud have a lot of success with double duelist. You have TenZ and Zek on your roster. Is that something, and you even experimented with it at the Ludwig Tarek Invitational. Is that something we expect to see more of throughout this tournament? Both of those players playing duelist, or is TenZ going to be moving more towards initiator going forward?
Yeah, I think the meta is in an interesting spot. I think a lot of people were trying to figure it out coming into this tournament, both individually and per region. And I think that we've kind of seen the meta solidify per region, and now this is the first international event, and we're kind of seeing what's working and what's not, right? So, yeah, Loud whipping out the double duelist. We've seen some other teams doing it in practice. You know, we're a team that plans to have a lot of depth, and that includes in compositions. So, yeah, I mean, we'll have some double duelist comps in the back pocket. We'll have some initiator comps in the back pocket. You know, I don't want to reveal too much, but you know, we're going to be ready for anything, and we see what these teams are running, and we know who's running what and how to play against that, and we have game plans in place to deal with these different teams and what they're running. So I think you guys will be excited to see what we have cooked up and how it develops, not just initially, but as we go along throughout the tournament and throughout the league this year.
Sentinels were on the top, won Masters, and now with a new team, do you think they can become the top one again?
Yeah, I mean, our goal, I guess our long-term goal is not this tournament. Obviously, we want to be at the Masters and go to champs and win the split. So that's the most important thing for us. It's hard to tell. The Americas League is so stacked. There's a bunch of good teams, especially the South American teams, really hard to play against. So yeah, it's kind of up in the air. We're very confident in the way we're practicing right now. And I know in a couple of months we're going to be insane, but I just think the level of play in Valorant right now is really high. Everyone plays a different style. Nothing looks the same, and you have to be really adaptive. So I'm really looking forward to seeing next year and how it pans out. We're pretty confident that we're going to be a top contending team, but yeah, there's some great teams out there right now.
그래도 MWZERA 선수가 가장 경계되지 않나 싶은데.
Well, this one was for Munchkin, and the question was about the strategic element of the meta and also about their opponents. So the first question was, last year, the meta revolved around Chamber with the operator, but ever since the Chamber's nerf, what do you think the teams would build their strats around? And what are your thoughts on the Jet being prevalent again, and also about the double duelist coming back to the meta? And his answer was, well, ever since Chamber was nerfed, we don't see him a lot. But I think this is this would be a great chance for all the teams to really rely on crafting once again and develop their own play styles too. So we are going to see a lot of different styles coming into Brazil. And also in terms of the double duelist meta, I mean, the teams can run Jet and Raze depending on which strats that they are running. So it really depends on what they want to do with the game. But I do think we're going to see Jet a lot. And to answer your second question about Furia, I think it's going to be fun because they are a home team in Brazilian soil. And I know they are a strong team. So it's definitely going to be challenging and fun at the same time. And I think MWZERA would be a player that would give us the most challenge in that series. This will be your first international tournament since Valorant Champions 2021, where your then team, Keed Stars, couldn't win a match. Are you looking forward to the opportunity to prove yourself internationally?
Essa pergunta para você, MWZERA, esse vai ser seu primeiro campeonato internacional desde 2021, quando você estava defendendo outro time, e vocês não tiveram a oportunidade de ter uma vitória. Você acha que está trazendo diferente, vai conseguir ganhar esse? Quais são as suas expectativas?
Bom, acho que as expectativas são boas, né? Querendo ou não, a gente vem treinando bastante, muitas horas, a gente vem acertando muitas coisas que a gente vinha errando. Acho que a gente tá apenas querendo cumprir metas, assim, durante o ano e os torneios. A gente quer ir bem devagar mesmo, sem criar muita coisa na cabeça. Claro que a gente sabe que a gente tem potencial para vencer um campeonato, um torneio. E é basicamente isso, a gente tá bem tranquilo, sem pressão também, e é isso.
O Som, que é jogador da NRG e foi eliminado pela Loud na última rodada, voltou a falar da partida e também falou sobre a torcida.
We had it, chat. We had it. We had like 3 match points against Loud to close it out. And we choked all 3. Fucking shit. The 12-11 round will haunt me forever. The 12-11, Artist is top site, I'm bottom site. John pushes spawn, wins us the round, Cypher ults, 3v1. Oh my god. Did you hear the crowd booing? Nah. I only heard the crowd when Loud won a round. Whenever we won a round, I swear I could hear the crickets. Every time we won a round, I didn't hear shit. Every time Loud run, holy fuck, it's like an earthquake. Was the crowd being heard through your guys' mic? Yeah. The crowd was so loud. We could hear it through everyone's mics. Sometimes, like, it'll be like 5v5, someone will get a kill. Someone from Loud will get a kill. And we would hear the crowd for like a good 10 seconds. And I can't hear anything. The crowd is so loud, I just hear them cheering. I can't hear footsteps. But it was fun as fuck. Even though they were rooting against us, it was fun as fuck.
Mas é isso, pessoal, o vídeo vai ficando por aqui. Deixa a sua opinião sobre tudo isso aí nos comentários. Deixa também aquele like, se inscreve no canal pra não perder nada. Aquele abraço, até o próximo vídeo.